Hi there YouTube, XtremeTrainz here. This video is something a little bit different. I've been recently having a bit of a Thomas renaissance and going back and watching all of the old seasons, both because it's really easy to get in and out of because the episodes are really short and my tired brain doesn't want to have to deal with complex trauma, and also just because I've been watching a lot of video essays and stuff by different YouTubers, particularly in the lead up to series 25, and wanted to go back and just really check how good are the old seasons. And spoiler alert, I actually don't think the old Thomas and Friends is actually as good as everyone says it is, but maybe that's a topic for another video, and that's going to be a spicy one. But in trying to do that, I discovered that it's actually really, really hard to find the old episodes because of the absolutely god-awful distribution that's going on, at least in Australia, but I know in other countries around the world. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my struggles in trying to actually get copies of the complete back catalogue of Thomas and Friends, and some thoughts I have on potentially why the show is not performing when, Mattel isn't actually letting anyone watch it. So, this is a bit of a different kind of video essay rant style video. Stay tuned if you have thoughts or you want to see my struggles to get the Thomas and Friends DVDs. What are you waiting for? Let's do it. Alright, so this is a bit of a different review, as you might have guessed from the intro. I want to have a bit of a conversation about the Thomas and Friends DVD or episode distribution problem. People have been talking about this for a while, and I know, for example, an excellent YouTuber who I think is pretty awesome, Leo Video, has talked about the distribution problems with Thomas toys in Australia quite a lot. But, when we think about it, the way you sell the toys is by getting people to watch the show. The show really, I don't know how the economics of television shows work, I will be completely honest, but my understanding is that the show is one of the less profitable parts of the enterprise, and it's the toys that go along with the show, and the products and all that kind of stuff that actually make most of Mattel's money. But I could be wrong, and I'm happy for someone to tell me that's wrong. But either way, the way you get interest in a show, especially when there's so many kids' toys out there, is by allowing kids to watch it. And it just doesn't seem to me like Mattel has any idea of how to do this, especially in Australia. So I'm going to put some DVDs out in front of us here. So you can see there's quite a few. This DVD is the last time in Australia there was a release of the classic series episodes in Australia. So this was released in 2014, and you'll see that there, and it goes up to series 10. So I think it's a bit of it's nice in terms of 1 to 10 is a nice number, but it's a bit annoying because it's almost all of the model series, but not quite. This pack cost me, I think, $35. I managed to somehow find a brand new one at a random video store in Victoria, who were very kind enough to post it to me when I requested it. But this collection is sold out. There's no replacement. You cannot buy the original series Thomas and Friends anywhere, as far as I can be able to find, at least not in this format. There's some, special throwback DVDs which have a couple of episodes from different seasons, but there's no complete series 1 to 10 DVDs available anymore in Australia. And as you can see, this one goes from 1 to 10. But where is Series 11? Well, there used to be a Series 11 box DVD that had all of them in there, but that has gone out of production as well, pretty much since Mattel bought Thomas. It's gone out of production. Interesting. So you can't buy that anymore, and I've looked online and I can't find anywhere that's selling it. And then I've managed to pick up this, I don't know if it works because it's kind of used, the complete Series 12 Australian edition, and you can see this is what a lot of the Australian DVDs went through a phase where they had these carry handles. I don't know if this was meant to be a carry handle, or so you could hang it up on a hook in a store. It was really weird. My Calling All Engines copy is also like this. I don't know. I think potentially my original Thomas Magic Railroad is also like that. But you can see here, again, this is Series 12, excellent. And this one was from, 2012, okay, cool. Which is weird, because if this was released in 2014, why didn't it include Series 12 on it? It is already out. So again, weird stuff going on. Why would you not put them all into a bundle pack? But this was, again, it's gone out of print, or out of production, I suppose. Out of print is what you use for books. You can't buy this in Australia anymore. So there's no way to get any of the model series on DVD or anything. The only thing you can do is buy the specials. Fast forward to the new seasons. Now, as you would know, there's a lot of absolutely garbage Thomas and Friends CGI seasons, but these seasons some of the really good ones, and, you know, I wanted to have them on DVD, and we're going to talk about the reason why in just a second. But these complete season 18s have not been released in Australia. I don't even think they've been released in the US. I've ordered these from the UK, from Amazon, and you can see they've got that U, which is not the Australian rating system. They're also region 2, which means I have to play them in like one of my multi-region, my computer DVD player, because otherwise it won't work. But you know, like, why is it so hard for me to get these seasons? And the only way you can watch or buy the episodes from these seasons in Australia at the moment is if you have to buy these like DVDs that have 4 or 5 episodes on them. Like, okay, back in the days of tapes, you know, that was more reasonable because, you know, there was a lot less stuff you could fit on a tape. But like, you can fit one whole season on a DVD now, and yet they just like don't. So I had to buy these from the UK, and even then, I think from memory, this is the last complete season. There's no complete season 21 that's come out yet, which is interesting. So yeah, I just don't understand why it's so hard to watch the show. And then you're probably wondering, look, no one actually watches DVDs anymore. That's why you can't buy them. And I'm like, look, fair enough. If that was true, it would be fine. But if you try and look on streaming services, you can't find Thomas and Friends either. So Netflix in Australia has season 20, and that's it. Amazon Prime has like some random parts of season like 14 and 15 in Australia. Stan has some of the specials, but not all of them. Like, there's, you know, ABC iView, which is like the Australian public broadcaster, has like a couple of episodes here and there, but it depends like what's just been on the TV show, like on the reruns playing on TV. Like, there's no easy way to watch or access the Thomas and Friends content, and it's even the content that's there is spread across like heaps of streaming services, which is bonkers when it's the same show. So if Mattel is wondering, like, I wonder why, like, people aren't buying, like, kids aren't buying Thomas toys, well, because they can't bloody watch the show, because you don't have anywhere, you can't get it on DVD, so you can give it to your kids as a present or whatever. You can't find it on streaming services because it doesn't have them, or it's so cut up and congested. And then the last thing, and the reason why I have taken so long to buy these DVDs, is because you used to be able to watch episodes on YouTube. People would upload them and that would be fine, but it seems like Mattel has gone through and like gotten really angry copyrighted. So pretty much all of the new seasons from about series 15 onwards, at least in Australia, they just don't exist on YouTube. They've been pulled down. So Mattel has gone through and uploaded some of the model series episodes to YouTube, which I think is like, yeah, fine, okay, do that. But have not uploaded the new series, but have pulled them off YouTube from other people's channels. I assume because they have some kind of licensing deal with God knows someone. But it just means no one can access the show. So I think, I don't know, Mattel definitely doesn't watch my videos, but if they do, they need to get their stuff together, for want of a better word, and sort this out. Because if people want to watch the show, like, why are they doing that? Like, if I was Mattel right now, and I was thinking about the fact I just made the reboot, I would be making like a 24-disc deluxe box set edition, which has all of the seasons of the show, all of the movies. You could like put it in a really nice box and charge $200 for it. And you know what? I'd buy it. Like, I'm not even kidding. I would pay $200 for a box set of all of the seasons plus all of the movies. Do it like in the Classic Collection DVD box review, which I'll put the link down. I did a review of it on, I think, my old channel many years ago. And again, that was another box set which was not released in Australia. But yeah, you know, do something like that, make it nice, make it a collector's item, but also make it something that, you know, could theoretically, if parents want to buy it for their kids, like they could. You know, I don't think, you know, it probably wouldn't need to be $200, to be honest. It'd probably be $150 or even $100, which like sounds like a lot, but like I see the kids that parents buy their kids expensive toys these days and expensive gadgets and gizmos and stuff. So I think that would actually be fine. Yeah, like do something like that and make use of the fact you have this huge back catalogue of this show, which, you know, like, yes, the old Thomas and Friends doesn't directly translate to the new one, but it's the same characters for the most part. So if you see series 1, you can still go to the store now, whatever it is, 30, 40 years later, and buy Gordon, and you can buy Thomas, and you can buy Henry, and you can buy James. Like, it doesn't matter which season of the show people are watching, it'll still make them want to go buy the toys. So I just think that the strategy of making it so difficult to access both the classic stuff and also the new stuff at the same time is totally ridiculous, and I think is something that Mattel really needs to work on. So, you know, that's kind of my 2 cents. In the same way, as I talked about, you know, in my Magic Railroad review, that Mattel in Australia just refused to release Thomas and the Magic Railroad, the 20th edition here at all, not even like digital, which again, to me, makes no sense. And I think, sorry, that's the last part of this video to quickly add on, is you can't even digitally purchase all the seasons. Like, I've looked on iTunes, I've looked on Google Play, I've looked on Amazon Prime. There doesn't seem to be anywhere where you can go and buy complete seasons either. It's like a couple of seasons here and there, or you can buy like a couple of the movies, but not all of them. So yeah, the distribution of the hard copy and the digital versions of these shows is just awful. So yeah, that's the end of my video essay rant video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, something a little bit different. What I would love to hear is if you have the same problems where you are. I know particularly in the US, there's been so much stuffing around the distribution of how Thomas gets shown to people. But I would love to know your thoughts on this, and if you're also having the same problems as me. Meanwhile, I'm going to get back to watching these and also trying to get my life together, because as you guys probably noticed, not a lot of videos lately, because that is proving to be challenging. That's right, I've got plenty of ideas for content, and there's always stuff coming in the future. So, as always, thanks for watching. That's all we've got time for. This is XtremeTrainz.